I should have started this recording early morning, but because I have stuff to do. So let's go on with this. Okay. So this is the desktop that I'm using. Yours may be different. Okay. It doesn't matter. Based on what I'm doing, I'm using Linux. Okay. I'm using this distribution. Whether you use Windows, whatever you use, it's just simple. What we are going to do today, it doesn't take anything. So I have something for you here to show you. So the basic of HTML basic, the markup, all of that, we'll come back to it. Okay. So now before that, let's get into the introduction. What is see, the web browser that we see, everything that we see on the internet, everything is being made by HTML. Okay. The browser that we see, I'll call it the browser, this one, the Firefox and whatever it is being made. It's being made by using HTML. Okay. I don't want to bother you with the detail. I ask you to read the information, so you do as the information says. So you do your reading, and the only thing here, most of you may be confused about what I'm telling you to do. So I just wanted you to look at something. So what I was saying is very simple. So here, this is my text editor. Okay, so we will need the text editor and the browser. Okay, that's the only thing we'll be needing for the HTML. There's no any internet or nothing for now. So your text editor may be Notepad. Okay, Notepad. We have the advanced portion of it. Notepad. We have Notepad plus plus. I have, if you could see here, I have another Notepad called Sublime Text. So you could see some language here. Don't worry, this language is a little bit different. Okay, this is called Python. So this morning I was working on some project. I was working on project on Python. So this what you see here is Python. Don't be confused. So that's the text editor. That's this advanced text editor. But based on our understanding, we have to know the basic before we can deal with the advanced editor and whatever it is. You have an advanced editor, drop it, take your notepad, because the reason I'm going to use a notepad, we are going to do the hard code. So we have to code everything so that we will see it vividly, so that we know that we are coding something. Because when I use this text editor, let me show you. Control N will create another this one. So when I go here, when I click on view, I go to syntax, you see that then I select HTML. So now look at something here. You see, so I just type HTML and hit enter and the tab key, and you see what I'm having here. So if you're going to use this kind of, if I start using this one, you understand what is happening here. Okay, so all this we have to code them vividly so we know what they do, what it does. But I understand this, you may not. Okay, so that's why I'm asking you to deal with what the text editor. Okay, let me show you some of my work that I have done. Isn't much, but it's something that we use. It's all about HTML. It's nothing. So this the page. This is a page. Okay, using the code HTML. So let me show you. Someone will think that it's a picture that I put over. Let me show you the source code. So these are the code. These are all called a source code. So this is what I did. This is the typing that I did to get this. The structure this is the code that I did to get this structure. Okay. I won't bore you with the details, so just cope with me. I just want to show you what it is. Okay. So this nice, beautiful, this thing is being by this code. There's no need drawing here. I didn't draw. Okay, so this is the code here. So that's it. Just I want to give you introduction. So what we'll be needing is a text editor. So you get a text editor, you do the coding yourself. Okay, you do the coding yourself. So when we look at here, we have something called, we have HTML basic. Okay, so we talk about what I'll call it the markup. Okay, if you could see, I put something here. And one thing I want to tell you that HTML or whatever it says, HTML is not a program language. Okay, it's not a program language. So I want you to follow instruction here, and let's get our first stuff to go about it. Now this is my text editor. There's nothing here. Okay, let me open it. So the first thing that I will talk about is markup. HTML is being written as a markup. When I say markup, it simply means what? An angle bracket, two angle bracket, and there's something inside. Okay, so let's see, style. Okay, then the same style. Okay, so these are markup. So whatever comes here is being enclosed by this bracket. So that's what we term as what? Something is being markup. You see, it's being in within the what? The bracket. And HTML is a loose type language. Okay, so when you forget one code, you get your this thing, you will get your this thing will render easily. Okay, but when we progress and get to more advanced, if you miss even a single something, a single, even if it's a comma, a dot, or whatever it is, or a bracket, if you miss it, the whole page that you have structured from the beginning, nothing will show. Okay, so now let me show you what HTML is all about. Okay, so we have our text editor here, so we talk about markups. Okay, so that is it. So you have your text editor, you have your browser, and when everything is set. Okay, thank you very much.